I really felt like there was a glass ceiling as far as dollars that I could make at the job I was at.
And as soon as I found out I was having my second kid, instantly didn't want to keep working those retail hours. So kind of was looking for something that I could do from home.
Oh, I'm so grateful my wife heard that commercial. If she hadn't have heard that commercial, I'd probably still be spinning my wheels trying to figure out what business I could do for myself right now. Maybe having to go back to work full time for someone else that I don't want to do.
I thought, this is something I want to pursue. This is something I want to do.
So I had no trading experience at all. I didn't even know like what the Forex market stood for.
I think the biggest draw for me was the funded accounts. So the fact that they were going to give me their money to trade with. And for me, it's an 80-20 split. And I started out with $3,000. It's kind of gone up. So every 3 months they reevaluate it. And I think the second time they gave me $6,000, and then the last round they gave me 10.
After I finished the coaching, after I finished my training, I turned in those accounts, they saw how I did, and they funded me with $3,000 of their own money. And I get to trade that and keep 80% of everything I make off that every month. And that continues to grow every 3 months. They'll add more to that as long as I'm profitable. And it's all their money I'm trading. I'm putting none of my money at risk, but I'm keeping 80% of the profits.
It was mine to do with what I wanted. I didn't have big brother over top of me looking at it, but I was able to keep 80% of those profits every month.
They're literally putting their money where their mouth is, that they want you to succeed and believe you will succeed. And if you ever deviate from your trade plan or your goals, all you have to do, there's continued education on the website with video courses. You can do more coaching. I mean, there's a whole corporation of people there to support, to ensure your success.
It changed my life. I'd still be struggling. I would still be trying to bang my head against the wall and figure out how to trade if I hadn't found what these guys have to offer.
If a 26-year-old mom with very little college education and zero investment background can kill it at this, anyone can.
I feel like this was the right opportunity for myself and for my family at the right time, and I'm glad we did it.
Hello everyone, welcome to this day trading introduction. My name is Jaron Rhyme. I will be your host for the next little bit. I have been a day trader for just a little over 5 years, and before that I had actually never traded a day in my life. Everything I learned here with what I'm gonna share with you today. Before being a day trader, I was in the mortgage business. I was a loan officer. I was working the typical 40, 60-hour week. I was a commissioned employee, just trying to make ends meet. I was willing to make every sacrifice I needed to make to keep my wife at home with my kids. So I began to look for a way to make an extra $100, $200 a day. And I stumbled upon this opportunity. I was not looking for day trading. I'm so excited to share with you guys today what this opportunity can really be for you because of where I started and where it has taken me. I started off with this just making $50 here, $30 there, $10 on a trade. And with each day, I was able to consistently start making $50. The next day I was making $100. Next thing you know, I was consistently making $100 a day, $200 a day, $300 a day, until soon, finally I realized, wait a second, I could replace my income. I wasn't intentionally starting off that way, but as I started to see these profits become consistent, really my goal started to change, and I was able to quit my job and become a full-time day trader. Today, I trade at home from my kitchen counter while my kids are getting ready for school. Or I trade late at night once our kids go to bed, my wife's reading a book, and I could pop open my laptop and look for trades. And again, provide a way to take care of my family. And I can't wait to issue the same invitation to you guys by the end of this introduction. Now I'm gonna share with you guys what we do, but before I do that, let me explain why I do what I do. Let me introduce you to my family. This is my wife, Brittany. We've been married for 12 fantastic years. These are my 5 kids between the age of 10 and 2 years old. As you can see, it's a very, very busy house. But thanks to day trading, we get to play foosball together during the day. We're a big soccer family. We go out in that backyard and play soccer. Before I was a day trader, I lived in a house that had 3 streets around it. I couldn't even let my kids ride their bicycles outside. Thanks to day trading, I was able to build this home a few years ago, and now we have plenty of room to grow and a decent sized backyard. We're in a cul-de-sac where my kids can ride their bikes. It was everything that my wife and I had talked about when we first got married and the things that we wanted to accomplish. And day trading has been able to do that for me. Now, let me dive into a little bit about our company with you guys and just talk a little bit about the fact that we've been in business for a little over 10 years. We've never borrowed a penny from anybody to start or build this business. What we have is we have our own proprietary indicators that I'm gonna share with you today. I'm gonna teach you guys what a buy or sell signal looks like. We're gonna take a couple of trades. There's more to it than what I'm gonna share with you. So I wanna also tell you, I remember being brand new, like many of you that are watching this. If what I'm sharing with you today doesn't make sense, please know that is why we have you test drive this. That is why we let you get your hands on it and find out, is day trading for me? Can I start grasping these concepts? It's a technical skill that is here, but I can't wait for you guys to see and feel the passion that I felt as I was getting better at this, as I was seeing the opportunity come in front of me that I didn't know existed. All I remember in the mortgage business was that those guys that were the traders had the best tax returns I had ever seen for getting those guys qualified for loans. So when I found this opportunity, and keep in mind, I was only looking for a way to make an extra $100, $200 a day. I wasn't looking for day trading, but it found me. And with the opportunity to test drive this, like I'm gonna share with you today, I was able to get these things accomplished that you've just seen. So let's dive into everything here, guys. What we're gonna have here on the screen today, I'm gonna teach you what these buy or sell signals look like, and I'm just gonna cover some really basic pieces as we dive into everything here together. First thing I'm gonna share with you is what a red candle is and what a green candle is. That's what we're gonna be seeing on the screen, because a red candle represents the market going down in a certain time frame. Today we're gonna trade on a 1-minute time frame to keep things very simple. And so when you see a red candle, the market went down in that 1 minute. When you see a green candle, it represents the market heading up in that 1-minute time frame. The next important piece of the candle is just that the body of the candle represents the start and finish of that 1-minute time frame. Okay, these little wicks at the top or tails or shadows at the bottom, that just says that the price traveled there, but it did not stay. The reason these are called candles, did you guys see that I called this a wick? See how that looks like a candle? So we're gonna share that with you guys here on this screen. What these red candles mean the market went down, the green candles mean the market went up. That's all I want you to retain in regards to candles. We're gonna be trading in the futures market. In fact, we're gonna go right into the S&P 500, Standard & Poor's. My favorite market to share with you guys, my favorite market to trade in is the Forex market, which is the currencies, your Euro, US dollar, Japanese yen, Aussie dollar. What I love about that market is it's open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. So it doesn't matter if you have 1 job or 2 jobs, or even you and your spouse both have 2 jobs. Guys, there's a market open somewhere when you can be available to trade for as little as 15 to 60 minutes. Okay, it doesn't mean that the market's always hopping in that same one time frame that you're available, but you're able to get in there and see if there's trade opportunities from the things that we're gonna teach you today. Another thing that I like about the Forex market is that there's $4 to $5 trillion traded daily. That is a ton. $4 to $5 trillion. Can you imagine yourself taking a little piece out of the market? We're gonna just dive into the futures market to keep things really simple. The futures market, there's $1.5 billion traded daily. Now, in the futures market, let me click on some buttons here. These are the 2 buttons we're gonna be using, buy market and sell market. Let me share with you that the word market means get me in right now on the right now market price. We're not gonna worry about these 4 other buttons here, buy ask, buy bid, sell bid. When you're using indicators like we have, you're looking for the indicators to tell you when to get in on that trade, and that's what we're gonna do. So only worry about this buy market. We're gonna click on this button when we're looking for the market to go up. We're gonna click on the sell market button when we're looking for the market to go down. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna target 1/4 of a point. Thank goodness for technology, you guys, we can click a button. Back in the older days, you actually had to call in your buys, call in your sells. But this, thanks to technology, means you could trade around the clock whenever you can be available in front of your own computer screen. So we're gonna target 1/4 of a point to keep things very simple. That's right there. You can see how I can control this. I mean, I could go for more. I'm just managing risk. Okay, and I wanna keep it simple at 1/4 point with you guys today. We're gonna set a 4-point stop loss, which is a way for me to protect my trade and be safe. A 4-point stop loss is me saying, hey broker, if this goes so far against me, cut me loose. That's as much as I'm willing to lose. But I also have a specific place in here. I know we're not gonna run into any problems with any of the trades. I just wanna teach this to you, so I'm not worried about any stop losses getting hit today. So we're gonna target that 1/4 of a point, and we're gonna trade on something called 5 contracts. And to not get into too much details in regards to that, guys, think of contracts like points to keep it really simple. If I'm gonna trade on 1 contract, I would make $12.50. But to keep time short, we're gonna trade on 5 contracts. We're gonna make $62.50 per trade. Did you hear that? $62.50 per trade. What if we can make $150 together right here in a short period of time? By the end today, I want to see if you believe that you could trade for as little as 15 to 60 minutes and make $50 or $100 or even $200 and see what it would take to be consistent in doing that every single day. We're going to be looking at these lines, and this is how we use our proprietary indicators. We're going to talk about this blue line right here. We call this the overbought area. We're going to talk about this red line right here. We call this the oversold area. Okay, then we have another piece of this we call the majors. Another piece we call the minors. The majors are these red and green lines traveling together. The minors are these black and gray lines traveling together. Anytime these red and green or black and gray lines are traveling together, when they're up here above this blue line, we say that they're in the overbought area. Okay, when it's overbought, we're saying do not buy, especially if we're looking at a 1-minute chart like we are today. When it's up here, do not buy, start looking for selling signals. When these red and green and black and gray lines are down here below the red area, we say do not sell, start looking for buying signals. Okay, so let me repeat that. When we're up here, we're looking for selling signals. When the red and green and black and gray lines are down here below the red, we're looking for buying signals. So this area between the blue and red today, we're gonna call this the no man's land or no fly zone. Once I teach you what a buy or sell signal looks like, if it happens between the blue or red lines, let it go. Leave it alone. It's not significant enough for you to place a trade. So again, red and green are the majors, black and gray are the minors. The majors sounds like a big deal. I hope it does. The majors are your $1 million orders or bigger. Think large, like Goldman Sachs, Fidelity, Merrill Lynch, Warren Buffett and his buddies, let's say. Okay? The big boys, the market movers. Red and green is very important. That's why we call them the majors. Okay, black and gray, these are the minors. These are the little guys in the market. These are the $100 orders or bigger. That's you and me. Guys, are we important enough to move the market? No, right? We're not. But I kind of want to give you the impression of like the shark and the feeder fish. Okay, Shark Week, love that show. But the idea is shark and the feeder fish. The big boys are the sharks and they're moving the market. We're the ones just kind of hanging out in the background looking for what the big guys are going to do. Now, there's one really important vocabulary word I'm going to give to you guys today, and that is a sub-zero or a zero net market. All that means is when someone else is gaining $1, it's because someone else is losing $1. Okay, so you have to trade in markets where traders are present. So trading in markets that are highly volatile, like the S&P 500, or like the Forex market. Remember that $4 to $5 trillion traded daily? That's why I love the Forex market. All right, so let's dive in. Here we go. Let me show you guys what this looks like in real time, and you can see this in action. Let's give this market a pulse. Let's hit play, and let's go. Okay, guys. Okay, where are we right now? We're above the blue. We're overbought. So are we looking for a buy or a sell? Yeah, we're looking for a sell. We don't want to buy. We're up here. Okay, so this is the point where we just watch, we wait, we look for the signals. The biggest piece of what we're gonna be looking for is when the red and green cross. Okay, see like over here where they cross? We're looking for that. Up, here we go. Watch this. Okay, red and green cross. These are our mathematical algorithms telling you that this is a significant move in the market that we can take. And what we're gonna do is we're going to make sure that this is a good sell signal by watching this time remaining. When time remaining hits 0, we're gonna take this trade because look at that. So we're gonna hover over the sell market button, sell, right there. There's my entry. We've gotta get past this green line and that will be our exit. Okay, and we're out. You guys, look at that. That was 20 seconds. And there we are, $62.50. Now that you saw this in action, let me pull back and show it to you this way. Here, when the lines are above that blue line and they're crossing down, this is your sell signal. See red and green crossing, black and gray crossing? Did you see that happen within the same minute? We took the trade. We're gonna be looking for that in a buy signal here in a second because the opposite applies here. When the lines are below the red line, the oversold area and they're crossing up, this is your buy signal. Now, I want you to see something, a difference between something called a price average and our indicators where you can make those moves now, where we can see what the big guys and little guys are doing now. The algorithm caught a significant sell. Do you notice all the buying that happened for about 6 or 7 minutes? We caught a significant sell here and it's still selling 3 minutes later. Okay? This signal right here can last 2 to 3 times the time frame that we're trading on. So today we're trading on a 1 minute chart. The sell signal could last 2 to 3 minutes. And there we are, 1, 2. Now notice we went all the way from overbought to oversold. And we're just looking for the next signal. Okay, remember what I said about no man's land, right? Be careful, we're kind of up there in no man's land with the red and green crossing, black and gray crossing. We can look at taking the trade, but I want you guys to see that I'm not hyperventilating, I'm not getting overexcited, I'm just following my trading rules. Okay, and look at that. Did you see the big boys head fake the little guys? Okay, in basketball and football, head fakes are important for offense, aren't they? So if someone gains $1 when someone else loses $1, you think there's gonna be head fakes present? Absolutely. But here we are, the little guys crossed like they were gonna buy, the big guys head fake like they were, and they drove the market down. The little guys closed out of their buy positions, lost money, came over here, and what do we have, guys? Here comes a signal. Okay, I'm gonna mark it so your eyes know where to look. Look at that, red and green crossing, black and gray crossing. I'm interested. You remember back in the dating days, you thought that person was cute and you thought, should I get their number? Maybe go over and talk to them. Well, this is that moment, but we're walking over. We're interested right now. We want to get that phone number, don't we? So let's head over to the buy market button and now. Did you see how I waited for that time remaining to hit 0? This solidified that moment, that moment. The big guys can't head fake right there, can they? And look, we're out. Guys, that was another one, 20, 25 seconds. There we are, $125. We made $125 in 6 minutes. Could you do that from home? Isn't that awesome? Okay, in fact, let me skip a little bit ahead. I just want to show you guys one more trade here real quick. Just to give you guys the idea of how this works. And there we are, all the way overbought. Who's selling? Who's selling? You guys see the small guys? The little guys, they crossed, they're selling. What are the big guys still doing? They're certainly not selling, are they? And we can see that. We're not interested in this move right here. Okay, look at that. There's no crossover from the big guys. The big guys are where I'm interested. Today, I want to keep it simple with us waiting for the big guys and the little guys to agree. When the big guys and the little guys sell, the market's going to head that way. When the big guys and the little guys buy, the market's going to head that way. But if just the little guys sell, big guys are going to keep mowing right over them and continue buying, as you can see clearly right here. All right, let me skip one more space. And I bet, yep, here it comes. Okay, we're still overbought, aren't we? just waiting it out. And guys, I want you to picture this. You could be at your kitchen counter while you're looking for this, couldn't you? Okay, in my real life, this is where my wife would tell me to go change the baby's diaper. In this moment right here, I'd say, honey, hold on just a second. Let me see if I could pay myself to take care of that. Okay, we get to have fun with that at my house. Okay, are we interested now? Absolutely, there it is. Red and green crossing, black and gray crossing. Now what do? I just wait for my time remaining to hit 0. I wanna make sure the big guys don't head fake. If this signal holds, I'm absolutely gonna take a sell. The only other thing to share with you guys, what if this is 2 or 3 months down the road and you have more money in your account? You can leverage more and make more money per trade. All right, and sell. And we're out. Guys, that was 5 seconds. So there's 3 trades I wanted to share with you with the simplicity of looking at our majors and our minors with the red and green crossing and the black and gray crossing. All right, guys, this has been a lot of information. Let's take a little bit of a break. I want to introduce you to a few of our students that have been through this program. Let's hear what they have to say.
For somebody like me who knows nothing about day trading, to go from a profession in a medical field to something so foreign to me, I'll be honest, in the beginning it was a little bit like a fire hose of information where I felt a little overwhelmed. But as I followed their course and went through all the training, it became more and more simple. And now I feel like I have the skills to rely on what they taught me. But if I can learn it, anybody can learn it.
There was 2 things that interested me. One was I was going to be put with a coach, someone that has been there and is doing this, and that I could ask them questions and they could take me by the hand. That was worth every penny that I put down. But also there's tools that help me read market forces in a way that I wasn't able to read before.
The coaching, I really felt like the coaching was incredible.
It was exactly what I needed.
I like the idea of I'll teach you something and then you practice and then come back and tell me how you did, good or bad, and then we continue to move on from there.
I started learning how, watching videos, having my one-on-one coaching sessions, and then as that 9 weeks hit and I graduated that, I received a corporate funded account. It's a huge boost because 1, it's not your money that you're starting with. 2, it's not your money that's added every quarter. And 3, as you get those additional funds, you're able to trade a larger dollar amount each lot size that you're trading. So it's wonderful.
It's not risky, it's not like gambling. It's applying skills that you learn and becoming successful at it.
This indicating software makes it very simple to know what to do next and how to place your trades.
When I first saw the indicators, I almost had a seizure. I was like, oh, look at all those lines and everything. But once they go through the lines and they show you, it takes a matter of minutes for you to go, oh, that's what that line means and that's what that line means, and it makes sense relatively quickly. Understanding it conceptually doesn't take that long. Learning how to trust it and use it is the thing that takes some time for you to grow into.
I'm very confident in the signals. I know my exact setup that I want when I go to take a trade, and if that signal isn't there, I'm willing to wait until it is.
When I was trading demo, I knew I was in the live market. It was fake money, but it was the live market, and I did it for quite some time. I had a lot of trades under my belt before I went live.
The moment I switched to real money was sort of scary because now I've got something real to lose. But I did what I was trained to do. And my first month, I made a few $100s. And it was very satisfying to me that I had made money, that there was actual money that was mine now. Second month, I had an astounding month and I more than doubled my account. Third month, well, not so good. It went down some, but as I go on, it keeps growing a little at a time. I found out it's not a get-rich-quick program, that you actually have to do the work, you have to study.
They taught me how to trade on a small lot size or a small volume, and get good at that. Because once I could learn how to do that, I could up the lot or up the volume size and make more. So in the very beginning, it was only 15, 20 bucks a day, a profit. And that went on for the first couple months. It was really getting an understanding the market After the first couple months, I had more money in my account and I was able to trade on a higher size and be able to make some more. So it went from $15 to $20 a day profit to $30 to $40 a day profit. And now I don't know how comfortable I am by saying exactly what I'm making now, but what I make between a day to 2 days now is more money than I made a week at the prior job that I had.
I love this. I love being able to work for just a little bit of time and make as much money as I want to make. I absolutely love that. I'm never gonna stop learning. I'm never gonna stop moving. And the foreign exchange market is the largest trading market in the world. I have no doubt that it'll always be there and I can always be able to make money on that.
To feel like I was consistently profitable to where I could make this a full-time thing, it probably 6 to 8 months, you know, and I think it probably takes that long to see all the weird curveballs that market can throw at you.
It's a great program. Knowing my personality, it's something that fits me. I'm not a good salesman. I'm not somebody that wants to coax other people to do certain things. I just wanted to learn a new vocation, a new skill, and make money at it, and that's exactly what this brings.
I have recommended this to all of my friends and family. And in fact, a lot of my friends and family, and my husband's friends and family, and people in my community all trade now.
Oh, to me, the money that I spent from day one, it was worth it because I got put with someone that I could talk to, and within a week, I saw a lot of the things that I was doing that were, hindering my progress. And I also was exposed to some things that I'd never seen before. That were like, oh, you can hedge, which. You don't know what that means, but you can do a lot of things that I didn't know were possible. Within a week or two, I knew that what I had done was completely worth it.
I felt like, I've got this. Not only am I being consistent at making money, but I'm replacing my income. And it just kept building from there and still is building.
You guys, I am telling you that this program changes lives. I want to share with you now how something as simple as making 1% per day on your money, what it could really grow into, because this is what happened to me. I actually started trading a little too much. I was trading a lot at night. My wife was noticing I was on the computer a bunch. And my coach actually shared with me the document I'm gonna share with you. He said, Jaron, what if you can make 1 or 1.5% per day and close your computer and be done? Let me show you how powerful something as little as that can be over a short period of time. So this is it. If you had a $5,000 account, and this is exactly what he said to me, if you have a $5,000 account and you can grow at 1% per day or even 1.5% per day. He said a $5,000 account would be $50 a day, 1.5% would be $75 a day. At the end of your first week, you're up $255. Okay, but now you're making $52 a day. Over here, you're up $386. Now you're making about $53 to $70, what would they be, $78 a day. At the end of 10 weeks, that 1% is up $3,000. You're up to $8,200, making $82 a day. At the end of 10 weeks at 1.5, do you guys see this? At 1.5% per day, 5,000 has become 10,000. You have doubled your money in as little as 10 weeks. Think about that for a second. Trading for 15 to 60 minutes a day, closing your computer, going off to work to pay the bills and do the normal things you have to do. In the meantime, day trading is fitting into the small nooks and crannies of time you had available. That was my life. That's what I had to do. So at the end of 10 weeks at 10,000, do you realize that's $150 a day on the same 1, 2, or 3 trades? $150 a day. At the end of 6 months, that's $34,000. That's $500 a day. As I was moving from week 10 to week 26 at the 6-month mark is when my goals started changing. So this was the part where my wife and I had to have a serious conversation. This wasn't just covering extra bills or paying the car payment or paying down my debts. This was becoming replaceable income. And so we had that chat, and as I told my wife I could replace my income, she asked me, she said, please, let's do this for another 90 days. Let's make sure that your income is consistent, and at the end of 90 days, let's discuss if we want to quit that job. that was a great conversation. I wanted to move forward, and she was the voice of reason, the voice of reality for me that helped me get grounded again on being a father and a husband, and I agreed with that. You guys, at the end of those 90 days, my income had been consistent every single day, and we were able to make that leap together with absolute confidence and replace my mortgage job with day trading, still trading for an hour to 2 hours a day. I became a full-time day trader. I was making 1.5 times my mortgage income, and I knew I could consistently do it every day. And I issue the same invitation to you guys. That's my story. Let me share with you a few more stories with some more of our students that have been through this program and had similar experiences to me.
When I say that it has fundamentally changed my life, it really has. I'm able to generate revenue and at the same time, be able to, see my kids off at school or when they come home. I have a lot more flexibility in time.
When I first set out to do it, it wasn't, my mindset wasn't, let me quit my job. It was more like, I'm making good money at the grocery store. How can I, one, supplement it, and two, pad myself for retirement, right? But then to answer your question, about 1.5 years in, I looked at it and went, oh my gosh, I could actually do both. So I could actually pad my retirement and quit my job and still have income coming in. And so that's exactly what I did. About 1.5 years, 2 years roughly in, I convinced my wife that it was a good idea to quit my job.
I started off with a $2,500 account, and I was pulling off, average 25 bucks a day. As I started trading, as I started doing that consistently, that account started growing because all that profit I put back into the account to a point where that $25 grew to $50. And then it grew on to $100. And within 6 months, I had that up to a point where I was able to make an extra 300 bucks a day before I went to work. So that's the point when I shortly after that, that's the point when I decided this is what I want to do full time. And I've been doing it full time ever since.
I was able to quit the job that I was working because of the profit that I was making was sustainable for myself and my family.
I remember when I was around month 3 and I started making $100 plus a day, and I was getting really excited. And then as I was doing more and more, and I got another 3-month review and they added more money to those accounts, and all of a sudden it was building and building. And then later down the road, about my year mark, when I made my first $1,000 in a day, and I was stoked. I was so excited. I was just overwhelmed. And now I'm even further down that road and have consistently been able to hit numbers like that on a daily basis.
I've seen growth in my account anywhere from 10 to 15% on average. You'll have some months where things are going really good and other months where things are a little tight, and you have some moments where the market's not going your way. But averaging over time, I've been able to realize 10 to 15% growth in my account on a monthly basis.
I don't necessarily think in like dollar amounts, I think in percent amounts. So for me, I would say on average, I'm doing probably 6 to 10% a month. And that's where I'm comfortable, that's where I'm growing steadily, and I know I'm not gonna lose a lot of money if I'm trading that way.
You can get good at this and make consistently 10 to 15% a month. And what that can change someone's life. That could become a job for you, that could replace your income, that could be growing your retirement.
I wouldn't be where I'm at right now with the things I have, the freedom, the flexibility, without trading, hands down. I'd still be at a grocery store working during Christmas right now, or Thanksgiving, and all the other holidays I never got to see my family. I was working 70 to 80 hours a week at the grocery store during holiday seasons. I never saw my family.
The reason I got into trading was freedom, period. I didn't want to work in a cubicle. I've never wanted to work for someone else. I wanted to be my own boss. And if something's being successful, it's because of me. I control when I work, I control when I trade, I control my success and my failure. If I want to work hard and get that return, I can. If I want to take 3 weeks off, I can do it.
We've all seen the pictures of the day trader with the laptop on the beach. I've had that happen where I've been on the beach in California, a beach in Florida. I've traded on a cruise ship. I mean, you can trade from anywhere in the world, and I like to travel, and it helps give me that freedom to be able to do that.
In my head, I think if I want something that's expensive, it's like, okay, how many trades do I need to make? Or do I need to spend an extra 10 minutes on my computer? And so it's totally shifted my view of finances and that money is really a lot easier to get than I ever imagined. And you just have to know the right way to get it.
The things that I've purchased, my house, the house I built 2 years ago, never would have been able to do that at a grocery store. The cars that I've bought, never would have been able to do that at a grocery store.
We've gone on more vacations than we had in the 10 years before that because of the resources and the income that I've made from day trading.
I don't care about the cars. I don't care about the houses. I don't care about that stuff. I love having freedom and security, and that's been on lockdown with what I've been able to do with this.
Never once have I thought, what have I gotten myself into? It's been very positive and exciting, really.
You know, when I hear stories like that, it makes sharing this with people like you even more special to me. Guys, we are all about support, support, support. Clearly, if you're gonna trade our money, we care about your success. Does that make sense? If you're gonna trade our money, we wanna make sure you do it right, and we wanna help you succeed. Okay, we're gonna take you from whatever knowledge you have and add to it. And if you're brand new, do you realize you don't have any bad habits that we've gotta break you from? We have daily webinar trainings. We have 10 live trade webinars every single week, okay, that you can plug into. The host of that webinar is analyzing the indicators, taking in chatted in questions and comments, and somewhere in that webinar, we are taking a trade with you watching, with you participating. Take the trade with us. We have online training courses in our trading university. We have recorded videos from past trainings that we've done, as well as the ones we do currently. Wednesday nights at our corporate office, we have a live training that we do. And we record those trainings for you guys that are out of state to participate in as quickly as the next day. Okay, the proprietary leading indicators that I showed you today, these are downloaded to your personal computer so you could trade any time of the day or night. And did anybody notice that it's just one computer screen? Right here, not 4, 5, or 6. It's a 15-inch laptop that fits anywhere. We have long-term help and support. We're a brick and mortar office just south of Salt Lake City, Utah, in a town called Lehi. Well, again, we've been in business for 10 years. And so what I wanna do is I wanna share with you guys the actual opportunity to trade with us and what all of that entails right here and right now. I wanna talk about that program, Trader Lite, where you will have the opportunity to test drive this with us and see if day trading is for you, and see if the trades that we take you through in some of our webinars can really produce the results that we're talking about. This is Trader Lite. Trader Lite has a one-time $10 enrollment fee. So in Trader Lite, we're gonna give you access to our program for the next 30 days. And here we're gonna start off with step-by-step software assistance, where we are gonna help you download our proprietary indicators to your personal computer as quickly as today or even tomorrow. We're gonna set up a demo account so you can take real market trades on your computer with fake money and really participate and see the outcome of these trades as you begin learning many of the concepts and the trading rules that we're gonna give you that deal with our indicators here. Also, we have multiple live trade webinars in the morning and in the evening. These are weekly webinars where the host of that webinar is gonna analyze these indicators out loud with you watching on your computer screen. They're gonna answer any chatted in questions or comments that you have. We want you guys to participate because the more repetition of being on these webinars, the more you're gonna grasp these concepts, especially if day trading is new for you here now. Okay, on those webinars, we're gonna take trades, whether it's in the middle of the webinar or at the very end of the webinar, and we want you to take those trades with us and get to see the outcome. Some of these trades, you'll get to see what happened when you wake up the next morning. Some of these trades are gonna close very, very quickly. It's all about giving you guys that experience and allowing you to validate this opportunity around your very own busy work-life schedule. Because that is where day trading can be the outfit that you're looking for to make an extra $50, $100, $150 a day or in an hour. Also, we're gonna give you access to our day trading university. Now, Wednesday nights from 7 to 8 Mountain Time, we get together at our corporate office and we have 3 day trading classes. We record 2 of those classes every single week. We put them in this day trading university. So if you cannot attend that class or you live out of state, you'll have access to these the very next day. And now you'll have access to all of this continuing education. You guys can watch 2 hours of these training videos 24 hours a day, or many, many, many of these training videos. Whatever you need to do so that you can validate if this opportunity is the right one for you. Also, we have our own Trader Chat app. For our Trader Lights, you'll be able to collaborate with other traders talking about trade setups you see on the indicators, or even just talking to them about their experiences. You'll find people that have similar backgrounds to you. We want you to know that if you're gonna trade our money, we care about your success, and you're gonna find out very quickly that day traders stick together and we all care about each other's success in these markets. Then, my favorite piece of this is that we're gonna give you guys one-on-one assistance via screen share. You're gonna have someone from our company actually digging in to all of this with you. They're gonna be able to answer your questions. They're gonna get on the indicators with you. Then, as they do that, we're gonna help you learn a very simple strategy that we give specifically to you in Trader Light. This will be a webinar we do in the mornings, as well as a recording where we're gonna teach you a strategy that you can do in as little as 5 minutes. And at the top of the hour, if the strategy we teach you is there in the indicators, take the trade. This is how you can find out if you could trade for as little as 15 to 60 minutes a day and make $100. What makes more than $100 is as you grow a trading account with us, you start taking the same trades, but you're able to leverage more money, and time now becomes on your side. Okay, the only catch in Trader Light is that you cannot trade with real money. While you're in Trader Light, we want you guys to protect your money. We want you to take the trades. You're gonna make some mistakes, and that's the great thing about this is you'll experience it from start to finish. So what is the next step after Trader Light? You guys, as we're starting to see that you are having success in your trading, we're going to encourage you to upgrade into one of our coaching programs. In these coaching programs, we're gonna be able to spend one-on-one time with you and help to qualify you to be able to trade any of our corporate trading accounts that can range anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 of our money that we are giving you to trade. 2 of our coaching programs include a 60-40 split where you will keep 60% of the profits. All you have to do is show us you're protecting our money and have more money in the account at the end of the quarter, and we're gonna continue to add more funds each quarter up to those levels, that $50,000 or $100,000 trading account. Now, those 2 programs I was just discussing with the 60-40 splits, those 2 programs, we fund you up to $50,000, and we work with you one-on-one for up to 9 weeks. At the 9-week period, we fund that trading account and you're ready to go. My favorite coaching program has an 80-20 split. We're gonna spend 12 weeks with you in that one-on-one coaching, and at week 9, we're still gonna fund a trading account for you, but you now get to trade in the live market with that coach for those remaining 3 weeks. Also, in Trader Executive, we fly you out to our corporate office at week 10, and we spend 2 full days diving into a very personalized trading plan for you based on how the last 10 weeks have gone. You come out of those 2 days with a laser focus and a proven game plan for success. As you can see, if you're gonna be trading our money in the live market, then we're gonna put our time into giving you the best education with one of our most experienced traders so that we know and you know that you are ready to trade our money in the live market. Now, working with one of our most experienced traders for 9 to 12 weeks, that can be a big investment on our part. So the cost of the coaching programs range anywhere from $7,000 to $16,500. You guys, I am telling you, the day trading changed my life. And I know it changed the life of every other person that you saw here on this video today. And I know day trading can change your life. And I'm so excited for you to get to plug in at Trader Light and start there to find out if day trading could be for you. And that would be the first step to a lifetime of success.
I was a Trader Light for 2 hours. I threw myself into it. If you wanna know this is right for you, it's on you. Get into the Trader Light program and get busy. Get your hands dirty, see what this is all about.
I was in the Trader Light for about 7 days. So it took me about 7 days and I was like, okay, this is exactly what I want to do.
Try it.
This can be a vehicle to get you to whatever goal you have, whether it's financial independence or it's freedom from a job or controlling your own investments for your retirement. Whatever it is, this can do it.
It's not cheap to get into this program, but as we were educated and reviewed the whole program, it became very clear to us that it was worth every dollar we put into it, that it is something that's going to help us in the years to come.
I view the money that I spent as well-paid, a well-paid tuition for a university that has given me an excellent education.
You're paying to learn how to do something and never have a boss again.
I can trade until I pass. I can trade until I leave this earth, and I will. I'll keep trading. I have something I can do when I'm in my 80s and 90s. I've got a skill set that I can have the rest of my life. So I'm incredibly optimistic about the future. I'm excited.
I'm very excited about the future. I love my profession, and I initially wasn't thinking I wanted to leave a job that I loved. However, as my husband and I think about retirement, this is absolutely going to be a great income stream for us.
The biggest thing is I don't worry anymore. I don't worry long term about retirement if something crashes. I'm not stressing about if I have to make a car payment or if we want to buy or build a new house or anything like that. Money doesn't feel like a stress anymore. It feels like it's all around me and I just have to grab it.
It's changed my life. I mean, and I'd never go back. It's changed my life for the better.
If you would have told me 4 years ago we would be where we're at financially because of day trading, I would have laughed and said, yeah, right.
I'm very, very grateful for what it's done for me and my family.
I feel 100% in control of my finances for the first time.